everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. So in this one, I take you through 4 long days as a doctor on call in the UK. We're going to touch upon work-life balance as an F1, and I'll also take you through the different types of shifts that we work as F1s here in the UK. So I hope it's helpful. I hope that you enjoy. If you find it helpful and if you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Let's get into it. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. So today is Thursday. It's 7:15 and I've just parked up. I'm about a 30-minute walk away from the hospital and I start at 8 o'clock today. Good news, very excited. I looked at my rota yesterday and these are my final 2 A shifts. So when you're an F1 in this particular trust, you have 3 types of long shifts. You have A, B and C. So A shift, and that's what I'm doing this morning, is when you go to the emergency department, you meet with all the team, and then you pair up with one of the consultants. You do the post-take ward round, which is where the consultant will see any patient that's been admitted into hospital in the last 24 hours. And then they generate a list of jobs for you to do. And then once you finish all of those jobs, then you start clerking patients in the emergency department or in SDEC, which is same day emergency care. And these are patients that have been sent in by the GP, or perhaps they've called 111 and they've been advised to come into hospital. It's a 12.5-hour shift. I have 2 left. And I also have a medical student with me today, which is exciting. So a 5th year med student who's just about to qualify as a doctor, just trying to mentor her and give her lots of reassurance because she is amazing. And she also works alongside the degree. She does healthcare assistant shifts, which is awesome to see. The other 2 shifts that you might do in your trust are B and C shifts. The names may vary, but they'll probably be kind of set up in the same way. So a B shift is when you go to the emergency department at 8 a.m. for handover, you collect a bleep, and then you go onto your home ward. So I'm on a medical ward at the moment from 9 until 5, so normal working day. And then you stay on the ward to cover 20, 30 different wards until 8:30 that evening. And then C shift is when you carry the crash bleep all day. So same kind of thing. You go to the emergency department 8 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock till 5, you stay on your home ward, and then you cover different wards to what you would cover on the B shift. And then you go to handover at 8:30 and hand over any jobs that you haven't been able to do that evening to the night team. So anyway, let's get to the hospital. I will try to show you what we get up to today. So I'm very excited. These are my final 2 A shifts. I still have quite a few B and C shifts to do, as well as normal working days. But I feel like I've done quite a few of these and I'm happy that the end is in sight because I do find them quite stressful, very interesting at the same time. And I'm just asking myself, what can I learn today that will make me a better doctor and also that will help when I go to Australia? Because I want to go there as F2 and feel like I've had a good year's worth of experience in the UK. So yeah, so I can help patients over there as well. So welcome if you're new. My name is Becs. I'm I was going to say a mature medical student. No, I was a mature medical student. I'm now an F1 medic in the UK, and I make videos about mindset, fitness, and what life is like as an F1. So welcome. It is now 2:30. in the afternoon. I've just had a break. I will tell you about the shift later, but this is the best shift, touch wood, so far today. The best shift that I've had since becoming an F1. So I'm just gonna go to SDEC and do some clerkings. But yeah, really enjoying it, and I'll tell you more later. The one thing that you will notice if you're about to start F1 is how difficult it is sometimes to take breaks, to eat, to stay hydrated, and to go to the bathroom. So one thing that I am getting better at is just looking after my own health first, because if we don't look after ourselves, we just can't look after our patients effectively. It's 7:45 and I have 45 minutes left to go, and yeah, feeling quite tired now, but overall it's been a really good day. So I'll let you know what has happened after when I leave. See you soon. my way home. It's 10 past 9. What a great day. Ready for bed though. Good morning everybody, we are back for day 2. I know I said yesterday that I only had 2 of these long days. I actually looked at my rota and I have 2 more on Monday and Tuesday. Not A shifts, but I'll be doing C shifts. So next week I'm going back to long days, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I have normal working days, so 9 to 5. Yeah, but it's fine because I have the weekend off after this. If I could replicate the same day as yesterday today, that would be amazing. Yesterday I think was probably the best day that I've had so far as an F1. Everybody was really helpful, friendly. There was no pressure to get jobs done quickly, so I could really just take the time to focus on what I was doing. There was some teaching, so one of the consultants came down to do post-it ward round and we went through an x-ray. It was just, one of those days where everything just comes together and it just turns out to be just a great day overall. I saw 2 patients on the take in the afternoon. One was very simple. A second one was a little bit more complex, but I had some senior support, which was great. And I got some case-based discussions done as well. So that was really helpful. I had the medical student with me in the morning. And I just love to see when med students are enthusiastic about learning. And some med students are just so good with patients. They're so good at talking to people and just so kind and compassionate, and I just love to see those kinds of medical students coming through. So yeah, very, very, very happy that I get to take her under my wing and mentor her, not really with teaching complex stuff because I'm also new, but just trying to give her guidance on, to be honest, mostly how to look after yourself as an F1. I keep telling her, make sure you go to the bathroom, make sure you go to the bathroom, don't hold your wee in, make sure you eat, make sure you drink, and just making sure that she feels confident when she starts F1. But yeah, today is another 12.5-hour shift. So during this shift, you actually carry 2 bleeps from 8 until 9 o'clock in the morning. And then at 9 o'clock in the morning, you go back to handover for the resuscitation team meeting, and you leave one of the bleeps in that room for another F1 to pick up. If you're wearing headphones listening to this video, or watching this video, I should say, you might want to take them out now because I wanted to show you what it sounds like when the bleep goes off, and it's fairly loud. Listen to this. So I was given the bleep back at 9 a.m. I spent the whole day on my home ward 9 to 5, and this is me doing some jobs in the evening. Morning everyone, it is Tuesday today, and today is my final long day. I feel very, very just like I have no time to do anything apart from work, to be honest, at the moment. But yeah, I think that for me, what I've always noticed is as long as I can train and as long as I can eat well, I can push hard. I mean, like I said before, during med school, I was working 3 jobs, and it was great because I was also looking after myself in terms of exercise and sleep and whatnot. Yeah, I'm just walking to the hospital now. Yeah, I think what's difficult, what I find anyway about F1 is you put everything on hold pretty much when you're on long days or nights. There is no time, to go to the gym or to see friends or to do anything outside of work. Everything just becomes about being at the hospital, going home, resting, and then coming back the next day or the next evening. And I think as an F1, work-life balance, if you're doing a job that has night shifts and long days, work-life balance just definitely goes out the window. And it's nice when you've got weekends off. I find that even on weekends, I'm so exhausted mentally and physically that I don't actually want to do anything. I just sit at home, train and sleep. So it is really difficult. You just feel like time is flying by and all you're doing is working. So yeah, but it's good. It's making me think more about work-life balance in the future and how I want to design my life so that I can actually be, have flexibility in my own rota, and then decide when I want to work, just like I did before medicine when I was self-employed. I could say, okay, this week I'm going to go on annual leave, or this day I'm going to have a day off. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to walk to the hospital and I'll see you there.